What takes many musicians years to accomplish, these artists got right on their first try.
And we'll never be royals.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 debut singles.
I'll go to Paris, shoot some heroin with the stars.
For this list, we've narrowed it down to debut singles that were successful upon their release. Songs that became successful much later, like The Doors' Break On Through, or covers like the Jimi Hendrix Experience's Hey Joe,
Hey Joe, I heard you shot your lady down.
or one-hit wonders like Frankie Goes to Hollywood's Relax, or songs that come from later solo or side projects like the Gorillaz' Clint Eastwood have been excluded.
I ain't happy, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine.
So have the Beatles, since there's no one single of theirs that was their clear-cut debut all over the world.
Love, love me do. You know I love you.
Number 10, Supersonic, Oasis.
I need to be myself. I can't be no one else.
They'd later go on to claim on many occasions that they were the best band in the world.
It's my friend said to take you home. Sits in a car.
But before all that, Oasis gave us this single full of attitude and youthful confidence that immediately set the lads from Manchester apart from the rest of the pack.
Nobody can see him. Nobody can ever hear him call.
Taken off their classic debut album Definitely Maybe, this song only just barely made the UK Top 40, but charted highly on Billboard's Modern Rock Tracks chart in the States at number 11. Number 9, Fast Car, Tracy Chapman.
You get a fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal.
For some new artists, all it takes is one TV appearance to send your career into the stratosphere.
Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something.
That's how things happened for Tracy Chapman when she performed this song at Nelson Mandela's birthday concert in 1988.
So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, I felt like I was drunk.
Despite the folk and pop track being a sad tale of generational poverty and alcoholism,
I had a feeling that I belonged.
it still sold tons of records and scored Chapman a top 10 Billboard Hot 100 hit, as well as a Grammy for Best Female Vocal Performance.
You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so you can fly away? You gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way.
Number 8, Undone, the sweater song, Weezer.
On me, baby, goddamn, I am.
The first song this band ever wrote ended up being their first single, and kicked off a career that is still going fairly strong today.
If you want to destroy my sweater.
With lyrics about a man becoming increasingly mentally unstable while at a party,
Lying on the floor, lying on the floor, I've come undone.
and musical influences from Metallica and the Velvet Underground, Weezer's Sweater Song cracked the top 40 in the UK and helped their self-titled debut album eventually go triple platinum in the States. Number 7, Just Dance, Lady Gaga.
I've had a little bit too much.
This track was a hit in other countries like Canada and Australia first, before finally catching on in the States.
Keep it cool, what's the name of this club? I can't
And once it did, boy, did it ever.
just dance, gonna be okay. Da-da-doo-doo, just dance, and that record name. Da-da-doo-doo, just dance.
Bringing Lady Gaga out of a career of writing songs for other pop acts and ushering in an era of her being one of pop's biggest stars in her own right. Just Dance eventually sold over 10 million copies. Number 6. Killing in the Name, Rage Against the Machine. This rap and alternative metal number goes through multiple time changes, and each one packs just as much of a punch as the others. It also features overtly political lyrics that would define the rest of Rage's career. And riffs that guitarist Tom Morello came up with while he was teaching a guitar student how to play in drop D tuning. The song initially reached number 25 on the UK singles chart, but topped the same chart 16 years later, following an online campaign, proving Killing in the Name and Rage Against the Machine's lasting influence and popularity. Number 5. Baby One More Time, Britney Spears. It might seem a bit creepy for a teenager to take something that sounds so dirty and make it so innocent, but this song was so catchy and so well written that not many people seem to care. And Britney wouldn't be the only one to do this in the late 90s, as her fellow ex-Mouseketeer Christina Aguilera demonstrated with the next year's Genie in a Bottle. But it's Brit's debut single that lands here, with the opening 3-note piano riff immediately catching your attention. This single started a career full of many more pop hits and plenty of controversy. And yet, many still come back to this doozy of a track. Number 4. Creep, Radiohead.
When you were before, couldn't look you in the eye.
Their sound has taken on so many different shapes and forms over the years following this song's release that it's a bit weird to think Radiohead even wrote and recorded Creep to begin with.
You're so very special, but I'm a creep.
The 4-minute tune features a quiet verse, loud chorus dynamic more commonly associated with grunge.
What the hell am I doing here?
Nonetheless, the first single from their debut album, Pablo Honey, set the stage for a massive career for a band that still attracts huge crowds today. Despite the fact that Radiohead has reportedly nicknamed this song Crap.
Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want.
Number 3. Blitzkrieg Bop, The Ramones. Its catchy Bay City Rollers-inspired chant and its simple chord progression and instrumentation paid off in spades as far as turning these Queens area musicians into legends of the punk rock genre. Joey, Johnny, Dee Dee, and Tommy would gain quite a following with a distinctive sound that was easy to learn on guitar, but just as easy to rock out to at shows. Not only that, but the opening track and first single off their self-titled first record has also been a staple at sporting events for years.
Hey, ho, let's go! Hey, ho, let's go! Hey, ho, let's go!
Number 2. Protect Your Neck, Wu-Tang Clan.
I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser, raising hell with the flavor.
There aren't many better ways to introduce yourself to the rap world than this.
Call me the rap assassinator, rhymes rugged and built like Schwarzenegger.
With verses from 8 different MCs, several of whom went on to have successful solo careers.
It's the Method Man for short, Mr. Map. Move it on your left.
This hip-hop track goes hard from start to finish and showed that the drastically different rap styles of Raekwon, Method Man, and RZA, to name a few, could go hand in hand seamlessly.
I'll attack any slack in this mat. Come fully packed with the fat burger stack. Shame on you when you step through too. The old dirty bastard, straight from the Brooklyn Zoo.
Protect Your Neck was critically acclaimed and is featured on a number of lists as one of the best songs of the 90s.
The best protect your neck.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
The bounce of the wild, creeping and crawling, Yiggy yes yo, and Snoop Doggy Dogg.
I drink a boost for breakfast, an insure for dessert. Somebody order pancakes, I just sip the scissor.
Can't we just all get along so I can put hickeys on my chest like little Sean? Get a pissy drunk off a don't carry on. And it's on, and I'm gone, that's that.
Number 1, Anarchy in the UK, Sex Pistols.
I am an anti-coaster. I am an anarchoaster.
The moment you hear Johnny Rotten's trademark snarl on this song, you're instantly sucked in.
Anarchy for the UK is coming sometime, maybe.
Written as a means of reflecting the state of mind of the English youth who were frustrated with the government and the country's economy. The punk rock track ended up hitting the top 40 in the UK, despite controversy and some stores refusing to sell the band's music. As the Sex Pistols' very first track from their first and only full-length album, Anarchy in the UK is a blistering debut and our number 1. Do you agree with our list? Which debut single is your all-time favorite? With entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.